For the novice, Farmville welcomes you with a page talking about how to plow and plant and harvest. Newcomers are plopped on a plot where they can fertilize and garden to their heart's content. Here I stand next to the garden that the neighbors fertilize. Having that neighborly aspect in the game does lend itself to interpersonal learning, and teachers may find gaming like this useful. Character building, kindness, helping others, you can't beat that. And who wouldn't want to go shoo away a raccoon or scare a crow? And there's instant gratitude right there in the box. You get a big thank you. Or you might get a gift to help build your farm. You could get livestock or vegetables or farm tools. And these are things you might also get by just harvesting your crops. So trade and economics and math all play a part in this game as you make decisions on what to plant, what to harvest, timing, and all so forth. Simply starting with 6 little squares and building more and more, and then getting 2 little cackling chickens under a cherry tree and getting the chance to visit beautiful properties that neighbors create. It's just delightful. And confusing. Here I'm standing in a neighbor's property for one of the first visits and didn't know exactly what to do, so I kept pressing buttons to try to figure it out. Thought, well, maybe I'll sit on that picnic bench and have a picnic, and that didn't quite work. Nothing happened, and I pressed the fence post to sit on that. Nothing happened. I went to talk to a cow. The cows do talk. I do recommend you turn your computer off at night because they'll talk through the night. It's a lot of trial and error. You might end up on a page that has Farmville currency. And for a beginner like me who was having trouble getting to and from, I just kept my credit card in my wallet and played things safe. I have to say, one of the most interesting parts of the game to me was visiting the neighbors and looking at all the designs. As an art teacher, I can see the possibility of many assignments where students would have to look at various parts of art and try to incorporate them in their design and how they build their properties, whether it's positive or negative space, whether it's symmetry, whether it's looking at balance and looking at shapes, how they fit within shapes, how they fit within the square, lines that are inferred, lines that are created with other objects. Just so many possibilities. And here, as you see, my beginning stage of my farm, as it continued to grow, more colors were incorporated. Thankfully, trees were a favorite of mine. I created lines with trees. And it was also interesting to create lines with the squares following the border of the property, or whether I was following a fence post. And as for the animals, I didn't want to really make boxed areas, so I used fence lines and crops and created interesting organic shapes for them to roam around in. And those little lambs on the outskirts of the property, of course I want to give them some freedom if they want to follow me to school one day. So now I'm off to check the crops before they wilt and wither, and hopefully my organic farm, pun intended, will continue to grow.